Hey there, welcome to today's episode. I'm going to show you how you can use the audio editing tools inside of the arrangement view on the MPC. We've already looked at the MIDI editing tools. We did that in the grid view episode. So if we have a MIDI track selected and we open up our split view, or we go to the full view, we have exactly the same set of tools. So we know how to use those already. You can check out that episode. What we don't know is how to edit the audio, because if we close this down and select an audio track, I can either come back in the sort of split view, or if I go to grid, I get this full view, which is where we'll keep it for today. But you'll notice it's a completely new set of tools, so I just want to run you through those. We also have some information. You'll notice at the moment, we haven't actually selected the audio file. We can open it up, but if I select the audio file, all of a sudden, I can see the name for that audio file. We could change it to a different file, rename it, reverse it, mute it, warp it, detect the BPM, create fade in, create fade out. We've got our volume level, pitch with semitones or fine tuning. We have 60 BPM, and then also we have our algorithm, which is the algorithm it uses for time stretching and warping. Underneath, you have a couple of other options as well. We won't go through all of them because most of them we've kind of covered in other episodes, but little things here, like if you say don't snap, and then we try to nudge it around, it's going to move in very fine increments depending on your timing correction. I'm going to turn that off, and just notice as we nudge it, we can nudge the audio file around. Then we've got edit start and edit end. Again, if you have don't snap turned on, it's going to move in fine increments. But it does a couple of the things we've seen time and time again. Same thing here with split. We're going to do that with the scissors, duplicate, pretty obvious. We have our timing correction menu that we can access here as well. And we can also cut the audio file. We could copy and paste it, clear auto and solo. But really, I just want to focus on this tool set at the top because those are the things you're going to use the most. The selection tool, we can use that to select the audio file as we've just seen. It means we can drag it and move it around. We can also select a portion of the audio file. And if I press at the top, it creates splits. So it's like using the scissors. It means that if we use the eraser tool, we could erase a portion of that. So it creates splits when you tap in the top third. I'm just going to undo that. And what we can see here, if we go back to the selection tool, if you drag at the bottom, you can actually just shorten or lengthen whatever piece of audio you have. So you can make these changes. It's the same for either side. Let's undo it completely and move over to this little arrow tool. It's kind of the same, it just does less. So you can still drag and move around, and I can change the start and end point by just kind of dragging. Just doesn't have the other tools that the selection tool has. If we go over to the pencil tool, this is for drawing in automation changes. Now for an audio track, one of them would be something like volume. So you'll notice we have this little menu here. You see this inside of the grid view as well when you're dealing with MIDI information, but I could draw in some kind of volume change, some kind of automation if that's what we wanted. And there are different options you'll be able to select through different things here, but that's what the pencil tool is for. If we move over to the erase tool, we've already seen that in action. So without any splits and I click erase, we just erase the entire file. But if we create splits like we just seen, then we can erase those pieces, and we do that with the scissors tool. So I want to split here and one here and one here, and then I just want to erase these particular pieces. I can do that, so on and so forth. Let's put it back again. As we move over here, this is to mute. So I can mute a particular portion. Now I can do that for the entire file, or if I click undo, I could say, I just want to put in a couple of splits, and on this particular piece, I just want to mute that piece of the audio. Nice and handy, nice and simple. Let's undo that as well. The magnifying glass is what you would imagine. It's for zooming in and taking a closer look at that audio file. So really, that's it. Very basic tools, but very useful. And don't forget, whenever you're making changes here, you're making changes inside of your arrangements. See you guys in the next one. Take care.